Welcome back. We are here in Inazuma, but it is also time for a new event in Fontaine. Yes. Thelxie's, however you say their name, Fantastic Adventures. One day, you receive a commission from the Fontaine Fishing Association. In accordance with the commission's requirements, you and Paimon go to Arianes to investigate. The curtain rises on a wondrous new adventure. Well, we get a free Freminet from this event on top of the wonderful Prima Gems and, of course, a crown. So, we don't have that much time left. Let me know if there's, major Fontaine spoilers, like Archon Quest spoilers, contained in this adventure. But for the moment, I'm going to proceed on the assumption that there are not. So we'll start this one today. But first, well, actually, there's no new banners here. These are all reruns. Oh, hey, wait. Only two? Oh no, whoever is the third, I probably have maxed out. Fair enough. I might wish for Ayato. If for no other reason than to maybe max out my Shinobu. And my Kirara. Alright, well, I guess for the first time in a long time, we have a banner where we don't have to do any trials. We don't even have that many wishes anyways. But I'm imagining I'll probably want to save for the next 5-star banner, but like I said, I really don't mind wishing for... Oh, it's Xiangling. I wouldn't mind obtaining Ayato. I really like him. And of course, Kirara and Shinobu. Let's get this wish out of the way. And nothing. And we'll do 1 set of 10 here. Alright, who we get? Another bell. Not exactly a weapon I'm too interested in. And nothing of interest. That's too bad. I actually have 3 of these now. Well, maybe there's a Claymore user who is HP scaled. In which case, I guess this would actually be pretty good. Also, taking damage generates a shield. Lasts for 10 seconds or until broken. That's only triggered once every 45 seconds. But as we refine, that'll go down. And they gain damage. You know, that's, like I said, if there is, I don't know if there is, but if there is an HP scaled Claymore user, this is actually not terrible. Increases the amount of damage, increases the amount of damage they can take and the amount of damage they do, but unfortunately not the time between triggers, at least not with the first refinement. Even though it's blue highlighted. Yeah. That's a shame. Alright. So this quest starts not too out of the way. Oh, that's where the fishing guild is. Of course, they said the Fontaine Fishing Association. The quest name is Water Imps Conjecture. Well, let's just start from here then. I wonder if the fishing association is underwater. Maybe this would be a good opportunity to unlock the other Fontaine maps. Maybe find the boss we need to build up our wonderful new Hydro Archon. Okay. I did miss Fontaine. It is so beautiful. Well, I guess you're not wading underwater. That makes sense. It would be difficult to fish down there. Well, actually, I guess you could chase down the fish and grab them with your hands or something. Delaroche?
That can't be right.
What?
Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Well, you could send us to investigate whatever this possibility is.
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Well, clearly something's bothering her.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Delaroche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you?
Well, we received your commission request.
Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh,
Yes, we are.
finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you've got 2 super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of mora.
A little bit of Paimon. We'd expect a lot of bit of Mora. Well, I'll take a little bit of Mora and a lot of Primo Gems. That's my price.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently.
That's... Has someone been overfishing?
They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work
Ah.
of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away.
But... Is the area dangerous, or...
Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So,
So you don't have the time.
So you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
That sounds like how this is gonna go, at least at first.
exactly.
I'm expecting
you're right,
a,
Alamora. So I thought I could delegate
Mora.
this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that?
No.
Or maybe like the oracles you read about in fairy tales.
I wish. No. It's, we've been through the song and dance many times before. And certain things are just common between all of them. But, no, we already told you that we're adventurers.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
I really like her eyes.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
Paimon, that's what I was going to say earlier. I'm fully expecting it to start out like this, but for there to be a major rabbit hole that we're going to fall down.
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
Hence the name of the quest. What is a water imp?
Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called Thelxie.
Thelxie. Okay.
The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Thelxie.
Isn't that just like the boogeyman or a standard sort of fairy tale to, make children listen? Are they... Do you think they're real? Are they known to be real?
A child-eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
Well, actually, now it sounds like they're fish-eating Paimon.
My father father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman.
Oh,
while
like a
my
naga?
mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance.
In other words, yeah, it's just a myth or just a fairy tale. And everyone described it how it suited them best.
Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way.
Oh, see, man, I'm kind of surprised everyone, as adults, still believes in it.
And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice
So it's also
to
a
lure
siren.
them into the water before swallowing them whole. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, don't worry, we'll protect you from the water imps.
Sounds kind of scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale?
Yeah, that's what I was
After all,
thinking.
Those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
Yeah, in fact, this isn't the first fairy tale we've dealt with. Those children on Inazuma, on Narukami Island, they were chasing down a fairy tale.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein always has a source.
Well, I suppose there could be a grain of truth somewhere in there. I see. But I doubt it's a water imp. Though, actually, now I'm kind of expecting it to actually be a water imp. Do you have any... I guess this is also why she was saying, it couldn't be. But what if? But what if? Do you have any concrete evidence?
Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say
Rumors
that
aren't
someone
evidence.
recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
Or he wanted to go swimming?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
I'm gonna hold off on that one, Paimon.
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me.
Well, we'll go investigate this water imp problem. But I'm still expecting something else. I don't know, actually. I mean, not being a water imp would make the most sense, but this being Genshin, I really could see it actually being a real thing. I guess we'll see.
Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fish apps on the island can understand human language.
Can they now? Huh.
Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
I mean, how much of the other stuff is true? It sounds like this island is just a magnet for rumors.
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I honestly don't care about the truth of the situation. If she's paying, we'll go check it out.
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Thank you, Delaroche. You know, I like you. You're a nice master angler. Water Imp's Conjecture. All right. Pretty far away. Oh, this way. So past the Fountain of Lucine. I guess we'll go and, unlock this map first. And then I guess we'll check out Arianes, or Arianes, whatever it was. Oh, first though.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
Sure,
How greedy of me.
but... Sorry, Singcho. I have someone to, where are you? Someone to try out.
Witness my magnificence!
Oh, I will. Specifically, let's see, I think you have to be using your skill to walk on water, right? But we'll try swimming first. I don't know if you have any special... Oh! Isn't that... Did the others have that too? I think they might have. 'Cause the thing with the Traveler is, I think she had a kind of a nice breach. Let me double check. Oh no, she gets it too. Yeah, so the others don't get a breach. That makes sense to have the water, the Hydro Archon, have this special breach as well. But now, the important one. That is so cool. Literally walking on water. That is awesome. And those last for quite a while, too. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, I can't really use her right now. Not yet. Hello, teleport point. Might as well get you while we're here. There we go. Random... Wait, what? Hey! What the... Curses! The hell? I guess maybe I could breach into there or something, or walk on the water and then dive down. Still. That's mean. Taunting me with a floating chest like that. So what? Damn it! I didn't mean to dive again. What do we have? Ah, the opera. Beautiful. Seems like that one should be easy to get as long as you just fly down. Yeah, we need to be on top. There we go. And thankfully the current's not too bad. Where is that? Whatchamacallit, the statue. Freminet statue. Pretty close. Is it actually on land? Oh, yeah. Okay, then.
Time to act.
Don't worry about the crabs. They're... Actually, those ones aren't harmless, I don't think. At least they haven't been when we fought them in the Spiral Abyss. That's a nice grouping of butterflies. Ah, stop that. Oh, this isn't actually the right one. I guess maybe that one is Mary Ann Memorial Park? Huh. Shoot. It's kind of a problem, actually. Maybe I'll unlock this one and then get that one, too. Let's take a look around first, at least, though. Ooh. I think we've seen that tower from afar before. Yeah, when we were taking that water highway. Interesting broken bridge. Whatever that is. It's sort of floating. All right. We'll get to this one, and then that'll be the shortest path. Now, that is cool. The floating water blocks. At least I think that's what they are. Damn. Is that where we're going? No, 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 no. Don't mind me. I just want to get up there. What kind of place is this? So run down and shabby. I don't know, but someone's in trouble over there. Let's ignore their time of need. I don't want to start a quest. I'm sure the robot dogs will wait for us. There we go. Ooh. Millennial Pearl Seahorse. Is this the Fontaine Unicorn? I wonder if that's what I need for Farina. No, she needs the water that failed to transcend. Fair enough. Oh, is that... Oh, that is where we're heading. Ho, 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 ho. I don't think we're gonna get to go up into them, but yeah, I see the statue, I think, over there. God, it is so cool. I wonder if you can go inside those. I mean, I assume it's just giant balls of water, or, well, I'd say balls, blocks of suspended water. It's actually pretty far away. They are huge, aren't they?
Body and mind.
Sorry, don't mind me. I suppose if I want to train up Farina, I actually will need to, fix storage device and energy transfer device. I will need to actually farm whatever their drops are. Gears or whatever. Can provide energy to transfer in research terminals. Pick up a portable storage device and put it next to a terminal that has stopped functioning to return it to normal operation. Okay. That's not what we're here for, though. Damn straight. That's a viewpoint. I'll bet we can go inside them. on me. Yeah, right up here. Actually, that might just be a teleport point.
Body and mind.
And just a teleport point. I'll still take it, though. There it is. Still pretty far away. What are you? Like a water fruit? You don't need that much water. A jade water fruit condensed from an excessive amount of hydro. Due to its internal pressure, it will sometimes spew bubbles. When it loses a certain amount of water, it will start spewing bubbles in all directions to attack nearby entities, including us. You may have to use elemental reactions to cause the fruit to completely lose all its water if you want to obtain what it contains. Well,
There is no escape.
what is
Take flight.
inside? Ah, it's just a chest.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures.
Fair enough.
Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Where are you? There you are. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Oh, we are so close, and yeah, that's definitely water. Now that we're a little closer, it's a little more obvious. You can see the texture and everything. Man. Who's Marianne, I wonder? Leave me alone, whoever you are. Look at that. Seriously, so cool. Still not. Damn it. Why can't we see the map unlock for it then? It did seem like a pretty big area for a single statue, but... Central Laboratory Ruins. So that's what those are, huh? Part of a laboratory, and then the new Fontaine Research Institute. Huh. Experimental field generator. Well, I bet the boss that we need for Farina is probably in this area. I guess this will actually be the quicker way there then. Teleported me right on top of that pillar. I like that. All right. Let's use up all of our stamina running, and then we'll swim the rest of the way. Still, though, where the hell is the map unlocked? Underwater or something? I think that would show up still on the map, but I don't know. Ah! Who shoot at me? Don't you dare. I see a time trial. Some sort of construction. That looks kind of cool. We're only here to get a taste of the sights. We have an event to do, and a disappearance to investigate. Still, though, the lack of a statue of the Seven is really strange to me. And I haven't even seen any teleport points either. Is that fish okay? The hell? Poor thing. Maybe it's someone's dinner? Oh, a viewpoint. Instead of the ship. Oh, that's some successful fishing they've been doing. It's like a giant swordfish. I wonder if the, I don't know, map unlock is part of...
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful.
It does.
Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there.
Not exactly a good... It's a little shallow for fishing, though. What was I saying? Something about the, I wonder if the... map unlock is, story related. The footprints extend all the way into the water. Still, it's really shallow water.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else.
I'm doubtful it's a water imp still. No, that's a hilichurl, never mind.
Wait, did you hear something just now?
Sound like maybe it was a water mimic or something? Gurgling noises can be heard coming from the water. The noises grow louder and louder, until something emerges with a loud splash. You know, every time I come to these later quests where we have this lovely click to continue, it makes it harder to go back to the old ones where they just zoom by. Oh, it's a deep sea diver. It's a deep sea diving suit, Paimon. It's fine. They're really cool contraptions.
Paimon? Traveler?
I was gonna say, I assume Freminet.
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Oh yeah, you did have that, didn't you? I feel like it showed up on either your character page or one of your abilities or something. Freminet removes his diving helmet. Freminet? Freminet, yearning for unseen depths. Yeah, I suppose we've officially already met him in the story. Freminet is not a good speaker, but people who are familiar with him know that his distant demeanor hides a pure soul. He does not enjoy the spotlight. The gazes, reactions, and comments of others risk running his breathing ragged. As an exceptional diver, he is more used to hiding on the silent seabed, pouring his soul out to and sharing warmth with the maritime flowers in that weightless world. Unlike other divers, this introvert does not accept external commissions. He belongs only to Hotel Buffet d'Et and to his precious family members who live there.
Paimon, are you okay?
No, she's terrified.
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Haven't you seen his helmet, Paimon? Or has he never put it on in front of you?
Huh? A water imp?
We're investigating a water imp called Thelxie.
Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
You know, I kind of like his freckles. But we don't really have a lot of freckled characters in this game, do we?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
Well, Paimon, Miss Angler, she did say this was a fairy tale within Fontaine, so I would assume a lot of the locals know it.
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated.
Then could you tell us about what's going on with you?
Sure, if that's in order.
Do I have the authority to order you?
I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you made toys.
Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh. Maybe... You know, they did say that the penguin was one of the ways people described a Thelxie. I guess we know why that is now.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp?
I guess.
Wait, hold on! Freminet, you never take commissions from other people!
Yeah, we did just learn that too.
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
Who is she?
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions.
Thank you.
Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Sounds like a plan. I wonder who it is.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
Yeah, the water imp explanation was just a, well, it was just her, worst fear.
The fish?
Yeah, you know, the lack of fish around us. Freminet nods slightly and seems lost in thought after you tell him about the commission from the Fishing Association. Suddenly, his breath catches in his throat.
I think I may have connected the dots.
What, does your Thelxie toy run on fish?
These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise.
Ah, and it scared away the fish. That actually makes a lot of sense. But I guess she was right then. It was technically Thelxie that was causing the disappearance.
So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well, it was probably because of me.
Well, Paimon, I guess we can consider this commission a wrap. I guess we should go collect our Primogems. Event over.
That's all it was? That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Just Freminet preparing for another day of work. Yeah, I guess he does look kind of young.
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
And that's all the mystery solved then. Where do we go from here? I guess helping Freminet.
So in the end, it was just Freminet.
Freminet.
Spent all this
I'm
time
sorry.
Imagining what a
Freminet.
water imp from the fairy tales
I
might
can't help
look
it.
like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
No, it wasn't a hoax. She was just wrong in jumping to conclusions.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back.
Ah, don't worry about it. It was just a misunderstanding.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Freminet? Maybe we could lend you a hand.
Yeah, especially if you have Primogems to offer.
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
You haven't troubled us at all. You just came and said hi. I mean, we're paid to be here, so don't worry.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions
He
are
did.
all about helping each other, you know?
Yeah, I know my travel companion helps me all the time.
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
It's not urgent.
Nope, that's not how it works. commissioner types all figured out.
Do you
even
now?
though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing.
Right.
If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back.
Yeah. Paimon's 100% right about this. That would have been my expectation if we had gone back now. Yeah, we're just really experiencing this kind of thing, that's all.
Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Yeah, so really, you're actually helping us.
Is that what you'd like to do as well?
Yeah, like I said, I think Paimon's right.
Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
Okay. Oh, that's not very far at all.
I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands.
Aw.
You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa!
I will.
Sounds pretty advanced! Let Paimon give it a try!
It's-
Hey! Thelxie! Are you there?
It's like a little Furby. Those monstrosities from way back when. Oh my god. It's actually kind of cool. Is it talking in Morse code?
So that's Freminet's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
I assume we'll meet Pear later.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd
Penguin
probably
Town?
have become great friends with Pear.
Where's Penguin Town?
It's not really anywhere famous or important.
Yes, it is.
Don't worry about it.
That is absolutely important. That is far more important than anything else I have to do. I think that even takes priority over finding my brother.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
I guess it is like Morse code, or... So, can Thelxie talk?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea.
Well, that's too bad.
As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
Oh, but he's trying to express himself.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
I mean, I guess maybe.
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests.
It would be cool,
It
though.
was just something I wanted to try. I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
Okay. What's the other?
That doesn't sound too hard.
Paimon.
What's the other thing?
Don't try to pretend. Ask if you don't understand.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and
Oh.
coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
Like a toy weapon, or... He's not supposed to be combat ready, is he?
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend.
Interesting.
It's a part of my employer's request.
But, like, as part of a play, not actually trying to attack anything, right?
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
How is he gonna hold the sword with his flipper?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
I need to meet this pair. I want to meet this penguin. I want to go to Penguin Town. So bad. I wonder if anyone's already translated what Thelxie is saying.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could were just talking about?
I think so.
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
Right, you already said that.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That
Well,
sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
I suppose, but
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench,
I mean,
so please follow me.
you really want us to handle that, though? I don't think either the Traveler or Paimon have any experience in electronics.
Ah, here we go. I have this testing
Is it
manual,
his
so
motherboard
feel
inside
free to
him?
reference it if you get stuck.
Thank you.
Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case.
Oh, well, that's good. We'll definitely destroy this one. But I'll give it a try.
Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah. Of course, you'd probably save yourself a lot of headache if you just did it yourself, but thank you for the chance to try. Before we do that, Freminet, or Freminet, anything to say?
Please give the testing a try. The motherboard's on the table there.
Right. Sure thing. What about you, Thelxie? Of course, of course. I should have seen that coming. Alright, let's do it. Debug the motherboard. Equipable circuit limit. Left click and drag to assemble the circuit. Oh, okay. So we just need to go. Right click to delete improper circuit assemblages. Oh. Okay. After completing the well, it's not complete yet. Oh, I see. Cool. Neat. Debugging successful.
A blade is like a tea leaf.
Well,
Only
I
those
think
who
I can
sample
handle
it
that.
many times can
I imagine there's
appreciate
going to be a
its
bunch
true
more
qualities.
complicated versions that get us Prima Gems from Freminet.
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
Not sure why you'd expect that. I have no experience with circuitry of any kind, I don't think. As the Traveler.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
What? No, Paimon. What tasks? What task was similar to this? I guess puzzles. But
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral.
right.
Oh,
Probably the other
speaking
minigame
of
we'll get.
which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right?
More or less. We're pretty much experts now.
Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable.
Not as much of an expert
I'll
as
make
you,
sure
of
to
course.
stay right by your side.
Thank you, Freminet. Where did you go? You just disappeared. I still want... Wait a minute, is that it right there? There it is! Aha! It was hidden by the available. I just didn't see it. We are at just the right zoom level where my eyes didn't catch it. All right. Going into the deeper water. Oh, I was gonna step on the ice and dive in. Oh well. How hard can it be to collect some shells?
It should be right over there.
Ah!
We'll be able to find
Stop
something
that.
that'll help us with our search.
Mean.
This is it.
Oh yeah.
We call this thing an echoing conch.
It's a
It
giant
can
conch
detect
shell.
special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it.
It's really nice. What does the magic conch have to say?
Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out.
I do. The conch says, check out that spot over there. Full fathom 5 Thelxie lies, of his bones are coral made. Okay. There's another one. Right on over here. That leave another inscribed shell on the ground, or no? I guess not. It's not when that's obvious.
Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Oh, it's no trouble there, Freminet. I love spending time under this ocean. Damn it. Ah, I guess I need one of the, whatchamacallums to break those. Alright, Freminet. Oh, wait, you're not. Who are you? Zora Destry. And... oh, you're the lady he was talking about. You seem happily humming along.
Ah, Freminet, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
Yeah, with some help.
I'm sorry, Madame Destray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
Oh, yeah.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, friends. Help.
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
At your service, Madame Destray. My name is the Traveler. Well, that's not true. My name is Alice, not to be confused with the Great Alice. And this is my flying lavender melon emergency food, also known as the best traveling companion, also known as Paimon.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Freminet's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Paimon, she just said that she's his employer.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zora. You are both so adorable.
Aw.
The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Well, are we talking like old-fashioned, traditional fairies? Or like Disney fairies? That's a pretty big difference on whether that's whether we should be offended by that or not.
Oh, do you really think so?
Do I look like a fairy too?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps.
That's why you named them
And I
Thelxie.
wouldn't have had to trouble Freminet here with this commission.
I see. So it does actually lead back to water imps after all.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Oh, I mean, just a kid being interested in fairy tales.
So you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Freminet had explained it to you already.
Only what he's doing, not why.
Well, Freminet told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
He is very good. Good at information security, not leaking your secrets.
I see. So Monsieur Freminet is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history.
Sure. I'm interested.
But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Absolutely.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Yeah, we're pretty easy to bribe, with compliments. And Prima Gems. And Mora. Those are the three things you can bribe us with.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right?
Yeah, the, Lady Angler told us a little bit about them.
Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water.
Right.
My child is rather special, however. While most other children are terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
That is a bit of a problem, I suppose. Having it's the opposite of its intended effect.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yeah. I mean, I can kinda get it.
Yes, he told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood.
Oh.
In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship.
Huh.
As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
It's actually a really nice kid.
So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Yeah. That's, I kinda don't want to chide him for that, but you also need to keep him away from the water. Tough call.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
What's loneliness syndrome? That sounds lonely.
It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Fascinating. I wonder if that's sort of based on anything real. I mean, the losing interest in mundane activities sounds like a number of things, but not sure about the lonely aspect of it.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
So how do we inflict Paimon with this loneliness syndrome?
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
Oh, Paimon. I'm sorry, I wouldn't settle for any less either. In fact, I should probably keep track now. I expect 2,000 words a day at least. Okay?
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Damn.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Delusions.
uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and
Yeah,
reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
that's not healthy. Yeah. Hmm.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
Thelxie?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Salacia plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden tidalga during the night. Everyone led carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Ooh, should be a time for celebration, shouldn't it? Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrap it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made from all the offered shells and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. And as for the prince's name, it's none other than Thelxie. Oh, so this penguin is the prince. Explains why he needs the sword.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
Yeah, it would be fine if it stayed like that. But if he actually believes it's real and is unable to separate this from reality, that is a problem.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
Uh-oh. The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. The monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters. So the kingdom fell. The king was killed, and the water imps were locked behind bars. The rainbow bridge lost its color and crumbled away. Aww. The prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious masked individual. But he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. And just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children. Aww. Combining his own loneliness into the story.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
I think the loneliness syndrome is what influenced the story.
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
What do you mean? How literal are we being here?
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Oh. Oh, shoot. So this toy is to present him with another Thelxie that he no longer believes he is Thelxie?
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
Maybe. Seems reasonable enough, Freminet.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Yeah. I mean, the doctors are treating him, you said, and we're not really qualified. But there must be something we can do.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy.
In what direction? Guide his fantasy? This actually kind of reminds me of the novel Shutter Island.
He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book.
Oh.
If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition. Here, you can take a look.
Well, isn't that also what this Thelxie toy is for? Aw.
So Zuria's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
Yeah. I think it helps that this almost makes it look like it's raining. I mean, it's actually, yeah. Just looking longingly at his lost kingdom. It's really well done. Your son is extremely talented artist.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imp prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends.
Is that going to be a third minigame?
We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
Okay.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Freminet need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because it's adorable.
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country.
Do we need your son with us? I mean, otherwise, what's the point? They won't know anything that we did.
But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Freminet here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Oh.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
I mean, it could serve as a stand-in for her son, sorta, but it's... Are we relying entirely on the, showing him the picture book to snap him out of it, then? And yeah, no, I don't think a Water Imp Kingdom exists, Paimon. We'll just have to make one.
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains.
Or that'll work.
I've already asked Freminet to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as
Yeah,
we chase away the
working
monsters
title.
in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
I hope so.
Sadly, no.
Aw.
We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
I don't exactly follow how us pretending it's real will actually help her son, but I'll take your word for it.
So we'll be playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
I'll try my best.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son.
It's kind of a big deal.
We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer. because he's so enamored with his dream.
I mean, once he loses himself in the delusion, you made it kind of sound like he's lost forever, somehow.
Zuria.
Aww. Oh, Freminet. You might sound uninterested, but you really are. Interested, that is.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son.
So he is responsive to the world, just doesn't understand, reality versus his fantasy.
We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce.
Oh,
It's not far from the
It's a
water,
nice
and
cottage.
there's also a great view.
yeah,
Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
of course.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
Oh, good. That sounds like this first part of the quest is about to end. Just in time. 2 days, head to the Kingdom of the Water Imps. Sounds good. Do you have a specific... Oh, yeah, you do have a specific rune in mind. Excellent.
All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Sounds like a plan, Zuria.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Freminet, do you think her plan will work out?
I hope it will.
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Thelxie development log. I've already spent more time than planned on the transcription module. The work on Thelxie's main body will be affected if I keep at this. I'll have to put it on hold. Although the diving helmet can still be used to decipher Thelxie's output signal, it'll probably be unintelligible to everyone else. What a pity. I'm sorry for not being able to give you a voice, Thelxie. Aww.
What is it, Freminet? What did you want to say?
There's a complication, isn't there?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
Mentally prepare ourselves for what? I shot in the dark, but she's not the one undergoing the delusion, is she?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child.
Okay, no.
But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't...
What is it, Freminet? I mean, if things don't work out, if we're unable to help them...
If things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Don't worry, Freminet. We're strong. We'll do what we can to prevent that from happening. But if it does, it does.
Freminet, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
I imagine, Paimon, that the chances of him getting healed are exceedingly low. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if there's no cases of it succeeding.
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
You know this illness really well?
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Freminet, don't tell Paimon that you also...
I mean, I did have a slight suspicion, but...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it.
Okay.
I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I was thinking that he seemed like he might have had it in the past, but
They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains.
oh god. Where?
And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
I didn't realize this was so lethal. When she said you lose yourself to it, I figured. I didn't really quite understand what exactly she meant, but yikes. No, there aren't any actual god remains around here, are there?
What? It could get that serious? And your Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Paimon.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So, if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
No, Freminet. Don't worry. I've seen all kinds of strange and difficult things in life.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too.
No, not
no
all
matter
of
how
them.
hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Paimon, you've only seen the ones that I've encountered since waking up from my long slumber.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Be right there with you, Freminet.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help?
Here's hoping.
After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
I would be lying if I didn't have the same thought. I'm not quite sure why we need this portion instead of just making the picture book, but...
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart.
Aw.
But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Freminet?
He did say he's seen it many times.
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds.
So the penguin town you mentioned was... Oh, no! Don't tell me. I was actually so excited at the thought.
So you remembered.
Of course. You don't understand, Freminet. I have a exceedingly strong desire for Penguin Town to be real.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
How can you not remember, Paimon? Penguin Town. Suddenly, Freminet pulls out a diving helmet and puts it on his head. Why?
Hey, why did you put that on?
Yeah.
It's just... one of my personal quirks.
Fair enough.
Please pay it no mind.
Makes you more comfortable. I guess it's fine.
Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents.
Right. I want to
They're
go.
all really good at making clockwork toys.
I don't even care about what they do. I just want to visit the penguin town.
And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Oh? Is it another toy kind of similar to Thelxie here?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
But you did make Pear.
Freminet, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere.
I mean... I kind of... I want to hope, but I also kind of doubt it. It'd be too painful to be disappointed twice. But I so do want Penguin Town to be real.
It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
If we get to see Penguin Town before the end of this, it'll be the best event ever.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater?
Kinda.
It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Like a miracle. Now I want to try on your helmet too. I mean, if it lets me see Penguin Town. I don't think it will, though.
Well, if that's in order.
Yep, that's an order.
Hey, now's not the time! Freminet still has Thelxie's weapon to make. We don't want to bother him now.
I want to try the helmet, Paimon. Don't you?
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet.
I kind of doubt it. A traveler has a tendency not to try on other things, unfortunately. Still salty about her not wearing that kimono.
Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Of course. See you then. Perfect. And... the Morse code. This is interesting. Interesting little intro there. So yeah, the motherboard is one of the events. I love the music box sort of background here. Then the search for shells. And this one isn't done yet, but it's probably related to the storybook like I thought. All right. Thelxie's badge. So these are worth 40 each. And there's quite a few of them. 80 each. Not bad. Basically the equivalent of 6 of these. Okay. Well, I guess the very last thing I really want to do is get that. Let's see if we can't. Seems unusual for it to be right on the border of the land it's for, but sure, why not? There you are. That's all the statues of the 7 for Fontaine so far. Excellent. Weeping Willow of the Lake. Huh. Oh, do we have... That's the boss for my mage. My magician friend. Oh, there it is, probably. Hydrotulpa. Yes. I will have to check that out sometime soon. While we're here. Maybe I'll check out the other boss too, this one. So I can build up my mage, my magician. Alright. Well, we'll call it here for now. Until next time.